Hello everybody, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be the daily message for Wednesday, March the 16th. Keep in mind, timing and energy is still fluid. This reading could play out today or over the next several days. This reading may or may not be for you, so please only take with you the messages that resonate and leave behind the rest. This is also just a general collective message. It is not sign specific, although I will call out any zodiac signs that I do feel need mentioning throughout the reading. All right, let's talk about the astrology real quick. We have the sun sextile the north node today. So with this aspect coming up, it is this energy of kind of being stuck in the past a little bit, but we will be presented with this opportunity to kind of work through a lot of past life karma in the energy today in order to kind of step into this evolution beyond this stuckness when it comes to those south node patterns. So I think get ready to work through and to clear out all kinds of karmic baggage. And it's this energy of being at the crossroads, being presented with a fork in the road, a choice to make a decision. So get ready for a lot of illumination, for the sun to shed light on your true lunar's soul's purpose when it comes to this illumination of both the past and the future. So when it comes to the lunar nodes, the north node represents what your soul is working towards this life. Shifting out of that south node, that past self, that comfort zone when it comes to past life energy. So I do feel this is a very incredibly important shift when it comes to the cosmic energies today, when it comes to releasing who you were in the past and stepping into this new energy. So, you know, it's so hard to break free from those comfort zones because it creates challenges. I think it creates a lot of fear to kind of step into doing something that you've never done before. So I think these very strong cosmic aspects really are asking you to stop ignoring any relationship issues. This is a beneficial aspect when it comes to digging deep into your emotions, your behavioral patterns, why you are the way that you are, in order to heal all of these woundings, to push yourself towards a lot of growth. So what I feel in the energies, you know, a lot of us, instead of, you know, stepping out of that comfort zone, we choose to kind of just escape the whole process and kind of play into a lot of addictive qualities when it comes to avoidance. I think there's a lot of gossip and drama when it comes to this transit. And a lot of people, when, you know, they're being asked to get out of that south node, that comfort zone, they go to their comfort crutches. So in order to escape these challenges, a lot of people play into the Pisces shadow traits. So instead of spiraling and funneling backwards into the shadow aspects of Pisces, which can be very dark, this energy is bringing forward this powerful potential to step into higher expression. So instead of, you know, spiraling, today is a perfect day to get grounded in some meditation, journaling, inspired creativity when it comes to art, or, you know, any other positive contributions when it comes to creating. We were born to be creators of some sort. So when you can open up to the channels of your own creativity, that's when you can experience huge breakthroughs that maybe you never thought were going to be possible when it comes to breaking out of that comfort zone. So instead of trying to escape these challenges by numbing them or running away, this energy is kind of asking you to solve these issues once and for all. Otherwise, you're going to just be met with more blockages, more challenges, more resistance, which is going to keep persisting. So with this very intense Pisces energy we're sitting in, we've got this big Pisces stellium. And this has been building throughout the week. And as you know, we're getting closer to the end of the week. Jupiter is also going to near Neptune and Pisces. This really is a rare potential in the energies this week for states of transcendence and stepping into unconditional love. And in order to step into unconditional love, we do have to feed that energy to ourselves first. We can't fill another's cup if we haven't filled our own cup. So I think, you know, in the last couple weeks, we've really been facing all kinds of Pisces challenges, all kinds of Pisces energy in order to bridge these deep emotional lows and these emotional highs and finding that balance in the middle. So this really is the perfect transit to own your personal baggage, your own personal baggage, and to not project, to not deflect that on another, but to sit in that baggage and to release any triggers associated with that emotional baggage. So I feel the energy really is a little bit hypersensitive. So you might be playing into victimhood energy, a lot of warped perceptions and delusions, which will create that, escapism tendency. So I think today's the perfect transit to do a self-audit, when it comes to love and relationships. So, love is basically what we all really long for at the core in our hearts. So, I think, journaling about being able to trust your partner and knowing that they're there for you. If you're in a relationship where you don't trust your partner, if there's no trust, then what are you working towards? So it's kind of like knowing that you deserve more than that. I think we all search for that partner that is going to make us feel appreciated and really love us in return. But if we want that loving connection, we're going to have to give that to ourselves. So it's like this team energy coming through, this collaborative energy. And if you're in a connection where you're really not being supported, then I think it's time to stop running from those issues, to face them at the core, to face this challenge head on in order to understand these patterns, these negative patterns, and to finally break free and to step into that true north node, to break free from that comfort zone. So let's jump in with some cards and see what needs to come through. Alignment. So what are you lacking in your life when it comes to integrating all of these past versions of yourself and stepping into your true soul's purpose at this time? So a lot of integration of the energies and that heart awakening. So very interesting. I had a client over this morning for a chakra clearing, and she's definitely going through a heart awakening. And I would never ever mention names on camera, but she's experienced a loss. Her counterpart has crossed over. So talk about the pain of separation. So, a lot in the collective are going through this major heart expansion in the energies. And in order to fill yourself with that love, it takes a lot of self-compassion and self-forgiveness. So, I highly suggest, going within and writing about your dreams, your goals for the future, and then taking a long, hard look at where you're at in your life. And anything that's not in alignment with what it is that you truly desire, I think it's time for a huge purging and a huge release. So let's see what needs to come through with the cards when it comes to today's energies. I spent a couple hours outside cleaning up the yard as well today. It's a beautiful sunny day. I think a lot of us really are just being asked to go within and allow spirit to kind of guide us forward is a big message. A lot of us are coming into this deep awareness and this deep truth of our light working mission, and stepping into our purpose when it comes to shining this light into humanity. Spend time in nature. Absolutely. So whenever the energy is heavy, I always connect with Mother Earth. So, if you have the ability to kind of retreat from any business today, it's the perfect opportunity to connect with Mother Earth, to ground these heavy energies and to give it back to the earth in order to kind of release any fears. A lot of illusions of the mind have been disintegrating and dissolving and being shattered. And this is where we can step into really experiencing life to the fullest without reservation, without expectations. There's definitely something going on according to divine schedule in the energies. And there's that throat chakra energy. So you might be put to the test today when it comes to certain triggers, when it comes to these unhealthy relationship patterns within yourself and with somebody that you're connected with. So it's kind of time to bring up all of these negative behaviors once and for all. We are in the precipice of correcting and clearing all of this past life karma when it comes to these patterns that just aren't working when we step into this evolution process. So I think we're all kind of being asked at this point in time on the spiritual journey to take full ownership of our life, where we're at, how we got here, and how can we move forward executing energies that we're feeling to step into our highest potential. So even the smallest step forward is empowering yourself, no matter how small that step is. know that it is going to be a step in the right direction. So I think somebody here is in a very tough situation. Spirit's there giving you the guidance and the support that you need. All you have to do is open up the heart to receive this energy. And that's where we do. We receive all of these psychic messages through the heart is where the soul kind of embodies these energies. So get ready to be triggered in order to kind of remove any throat chakra blockages. I think it's kind of time to speak up openly and honestly in order to bring this healing light forward for your collective mission. And I think there might be a possibility of a reunion with a loved one on the horizon. This could be a romantic partner from the past, you know, a crossed over loved one. A reconciliation could be anybody that you are wanting to have that reunion with. So I think get ready for a reunion on the horizon. And I think there's a lot of heightened awareness when it comes to this cosmic shift. We're all sensing these energies in our emotional body. We're feeling these cosmic energies shift things below the surface. So trust in the intuitive hits that you're receiving, because we're closing out major karmic cycles. A major karmic lesson is being learned when it comes to resolving all of these past life experiences that have shaped us. And when we go into these past life experiences, we got to work through these painful experiences, these painful lessons, in order to clear the past once and for all, to step into growth and expansion. So I think a lot of us have been feeling that very heavy ascension sickness recently. And this is due to all of this emotional activation when it comes to our cellular DNA. So if you're in all of that over processing mental stimulus, I do suggest getting out in nature, getting grounded, because major karmic lessons are being learned. And when it comes to these south node patterns, these karmic roots run very deep, which is why it is so very uncomfortable to step into that north node, something that you've not done before. So I think maybe get ready for a visit at your house from a soulmate. Somebody might fear that you got, you know, the door locked on the past, but we can't lock away these memories. We kind of have to go into these memories, feel them in order to heal them. So I do think get ready to receive a message from somebody that likely walked away from you in the past. And this is like the Eight of Cups in reverse, wanting to come back from something that was walked away from. So do expect a message of some sort. And I do think, you know, somebody is feeling very inadequate. You definitely left an impression on somebody and they've not been able to forget you. So I kind of feel pay attention to the details, to the signs and the synchronicities. Somebody is working through some inadequacy issues of not feeling worthy, not feeling good enough. And so I do suggest, you know, being open to receiving this message, listening to what they have to say, because I do feel somebody that walked away from you wants to come back and visit with you. So let's keep going here and see what needs to come through. Anger. You might want to control your reactions when it comes to any negative triggers coming up to be addressed, any negative situations. And, you know, go into the heart and walk forward, leading with love, leading with forgiveness, whether this energy is returned to you or not. So I do think a lot of triggering energies is coming up in order to get you to go into these unsettling energies, to give yourself that sense of belonging. Nobody can give you that sense of belonging but yourself. So I feel a lot of lessons being learned when it comes to this spiritual mission, and how paramount this karmic lesson is to your future successes. I think a lot of us are stepping into achieving that higher learning, this hard-earned spiritual badge type energy. So, you know, maybe there's a reevaluation of your employment. You know, maybe you're not getting what it is that you deserve when it comes to financial security within an employment structure. And I think maybe it's time to look at making your own wage, your own schedule, stepping into entrepreneurial energy. But I feel this huge release of pride and ego. And, you know, that really is a challenge this lifetime. To not play into these negative circumstances, to not compare yourself to others, to not play into this pride and this ego, because we all have the capability to be the authors of our life. We all have the capability to step into our truth and to turn that into our work. So, you know, we are all very old souls. If you found me on this channel, you are a very old soul, and you have learned many valuable past life lessons. And it is because of those lessons that you have learned, you're ready for this enlightenment in this existence. So stop playing the victim. Where have you been playing the victim? Where have you been playing the martyr? Maybe it's time to take a step back and to enjoy being single for a while in order to release all of these negative relationship patterns. We really kind of got to go within for a period of time in order to really find our strength, to gain that fortitude, to take our power back, to release this victim mentality. So, you know, get ready for a galactic starseed activation of some sort. We are starseeds living a human experience. We have such a high purpose this life, and it's kind of time to be that light for humanity as we get further into the year of the Great Awakening. So let's jump in with some tarot and see what else needs to come through. Visionary leader, King of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, brand new beginning here. Somebody's got the drive and the determination to step into entrepreneurship. The King of Wands is a visionary, a leader, a boss, somebody that has a lot of passion for what it is that they came here to do. And the second you step into honoring that mission, that is when all of this abundance will come forward. You might have to work really hard to grow this, but it will grow. This will be an opportunity that you can take to the bank. But what are you needing to release in order to step into this abundant new beginning? Because something here needs to die away. Somebody has been stressed, feeding the fear when it comes to an ending. Somebody has all the tools that they need to manifest a new beginning and to step into this healing process. But you kind of got to get out of the head and into the heart. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio. But I think the time has come for this profound transformation to take place in order to step into your highest purpose. So yeah, what are you needing to release when it comes to a karmic attachment? Somebody here has been chained to the devil. Victim mentality, escapism, addictions. Somebody's been courted to a very toxic relationship, likely a trauma bond. And I think it's time to find your passion to go in a new direction. Could be dealing with a Capricorn. It doesn't have to be, but let's see what needs to come through. Yeah, what do you need to walk away from? What is causing you so much dissatisfaction in your life that you're needing to leave behind? Because when we get to the 8, we're stepping out of confusion and we're ready to go after wish fulfillment and to really walk the spiritual path. So somebody's walking away from something that's caused a lot of emotional distress, a lot of dissatisfaction, and it's kind of time for something to come to a dead stop. It's time to release any addictive behaviors. I think at one point you thought this was wish fulfillment, and I think it's kind of time to get rigorously honest with yourself and to turn your back to something that's turned very toxic. Something's coming to a dead stop. This could even be an emotional outburst, but somebody here is turning their back. They've got their back turned. It doesn't have to be a feminine. The Queen of Swords is a very feminine energy. But the central energy is the 5 of Cups reverse. Somebody has stayed in a very stuck, stagnant situation for a long time, maybe even up to 5 years, 3 years. It's kind of time to release this extended period of grieving. Stop playing the martyr. Stop playing the victim. We always have the choice to take our power back. So somebody's breaking free from a relationship that's just no longer in alignment. Learning a very valuable core lesson. This is my Chiron wound. So, you know, what is triggering you to open up that deep wound from within? Because the only way to heal that wound is to feel it at the core. So Cancer, Gemini energy coming through. I think it's time to learn this lesson. Yeah, because the universe is coming in with this brute force, bringing something to a complete stop, because there's been resistance to walking away from something very addictive, very toxic, which has caused an extended period of grieving, masking the pain through addiction. Something is not working out here for sure. And it's kind of time to trust in your intuition. I think there's a feminine here getting ready to cut something out of her life. Could be this Queen of Swords or this Queen of Cups. But I think somebody's maybe held on because of a toxic emotional connection here. And it's just not working out. There's no more working together. You're definitely not on the same page anymore. And I think it's really time to get rigorously honest with yourself, to get those firm boundaries in place, and to use that sword to cut out people, places, and things that really have prevented you from stepping into your manifesting capabilities. Maybe you've got a little bit of confusion about which way to go forward. But take that first step. Take that first step towards healing. And that's going to allow you to get grounded, to get stable, and to build a solid foundation for yourself. 3 queens. I think we're dealing with an empress here, to be honest. Somebody is definitely at the crossroads in a foundation that I think is just not working. Maybe it was built on materialism and greed. Maybe it's created a lot of material comfort. But I don't see any joy. I don't see any love in these cards. And you can have all the money in the world, but it's never ever going to fill that void within your heart. So I think get ready to go within. Where have you been deceiving yourself? Because there really is no victory where you're at. There's no success. You've been in a period of grieving, and maybe it's kind of time to put the past to bed. It's definitely time to put the past to bed and to talk about all of this deception, self-deception, lies, and spin yourself out of this stuckness. So let's look into this Chariot Reverse, because this is feeling like an emotional outburst, quite possibly even an accident. Yeah, there's definitely an argument coming around the corner. Yeah, that Knight of Swords is brash, harsh, and with that 5 of Wands, I think get ready for an emotional outburst, an argument of some sort, because it's kind of time to go. Somebody's been in a foundation, watering a dead tree, holding on for that financial stability, that financial security, and somebody's not happy. 5s are all about embracing these changes. So, you know, somebody's not been wanting to shift their perspective, not been wanting to learn this lesson. Pisces energy, get ready for a shift in consciousness when it comes to this past outdated pattern that is needing to be addressed, because it's really prevented you from building that stability. Yeah, somebody's been holding on purely for financial stability. And I think there's that truth where you're needing to get honest with yourself. You know, if you're in a foundation and all you do is fight, I don't know that I would want to be in that foundation. There's a masculine here getting ready to make an unexpected choice in love, I think. Somebody made a very poor judgment call in the past when it comes to this Lover's Reverse. Maybe went towards a karmic attachment. Definitely snuck away. Somebody's sneaking away, taking control of their life, whether it is this masculine or this feminine. But I feel a feminine here that's turned her back to something very toxic. Maybe a counterpart energy who made a bad judgment call. Somebody here is facing some very harsh karmic judgment for a past poor decision, going in the wrong direction. And there's about to be a tower here, because you can't keep going in this direction. The universe is saying it's kind of time to take back your power, because there's no healing in this situation. There's no balance. There's no moderation. And it's kind of time to let the divine take control of this situation, to karmically rebalance something in order for a brand new beginning. So could be dealing with a Sag or a Libra or an Aries. Like I said, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have Gemini, Virgo, Aquarius, Earth energy, fire energy. I do feel a masculine getting ready to take charge of a situation, going through profound transformation, death and rebirth, bossing up, and getting ready to remove these blocks and getting honest. Yep, we got a true pair on the board. Get ready for a masculine to come forward with a lot of communication when it comes to a union. Somebody's breaking free from a very unhealthy situation, a very toxic, codependent, addictive situation. And I think they've been fearing this because it hurts. And there's that Empress reversed. So we're dealing with somebody here that doesn't know her worth, doesn't know her value, clings to control, likely manipulates through, you know, addictive behaviors, very codependent, very codependent. 2 people definitely not on the same page. We could be dealing with an Empress who, you know, quite possibly has affairs. And it's kind of time to close out this cycle, to go deep within these memories, to heal them, to feel them in order for this brand new beginning. Because there is a brand new beginning here. But you're going to have to leave something out in the cold first. So what are you needing to get rid of out of your life that's been a block to this brand new beginning? Third-party energy. I think get ready around that Virgo full moon for somebody to lay down a long-standing burden when it comes to some third-party interference. And it's kind of time to have that conversation. It's kind of time to get emotionally raw, open and honest with where you are and what it is that you need to do in order to bring a reconciliation together. There's definitely going to be a reconciliation after somebody removes these blocks and cuts themselves free from something very toxic, very codependent. So spend some quiet time in meditation is a big message. That is where the answers lie. There is a connection here that runs very deep. There is a lot of love, but somebody's needing to walk away from a connection that's just not working. You might want to get to know yourself first and really take this time and this energy to figure out who and what has been depleting you and draining your energies, because it's kind of time to recognize this unhealthy pattern in order to create that space to bring someone healthy into your life. So, you know, this toxic relationship really has served to teach you something very important about who you are. And this truly is a necessary transition at this time that is happening in your life. So allow the divine to bring these changes forward, because you're learning a valuable lesson that maybe once you learn it, you'll be able to teach others about how you've overcome these challenges. So stay grounded, stay in that positive vibration, and that will bring more positive energy into your life. Create that healthy space and really take the time to get to know yourself. Partnership requires compromise, an open mind, and a loving heart. And somebody here is unwilling to compromise. So I think get ready to face some obstacles and some challenges when it comes to walking away and stepping into freedom from a very toxic codependent situation. It's kind of time to mature, to recognize you are not the victim of your circumstance. You can gain the wisdom and achieve this wisdom and learn this lesson and mature beyond this stuckness. So huge release. Listen to the communication from the universe, because somebody's getting the signs, the syncs, whether it's through dreams, numbers, prophetic messages, and know what you're thinking about when these signs and syncs come through, because the universe is asking somebody to speak up and to be heard, because your truth and your opinions do matter. So I think the universe wants you to understand, they recognize that you've been through a very tough situation. But this is the moment in time where you find your strength and your determination to recover from this ending and to step into a space where you can reconnect with others in the heart space. There's definitely going to be a reunion of some sort, because you do have a divine partner on your path, and it's kind of time for the two of you to come together and to share this high vibration love with the world. And that's kind of what I've got for a message today, guys. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a twin flame reading with me, please feel free to check out that description box below, guys. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.